Alright, lesson 5. Learning about a bowling expression. In this lesson, learn about the combination region, learn about the bowling operation, make of the region bowling operation. Key point. This is an important level of the bowling operation, critical for the modeling property, the order of which the shape of the combined with the operators, you with the combined with the shape of the determined the MGT program, interpret the model. Give the bowling, express the modify the geometric shape of the key skill, and construct the solid modeling. Important to review the concept of as many times as it is necessary. The difficulty to absorb them all. Now going back to the back. It's difficult to absorb them all now. Come back to them later. One, combination of the region bowling. Two, they are conceptually two objects of the MGD with the support of the bowling operation. One with the call of the combination of the other is called the region. As mentioned earlier, the typical geometrical shape of the MGD is primitive. However, the simple signal primitive often insufficient full to describe the complex shape objects being mild. Some kind of combining two or more primitive shape than the other shape of the color combination of the bowling operators always if they are fully initiate the shape of the form of the most complicated object. The previous chapter with the material properties associated with the region, like with the combination regions, bowling, operation for the create of the complex shape. The difference of the region shape of the material property occupied the three-dimensional space rather than simply define the shape within space. You can think of the primitive the combination of the blueprint for an object. The actual object for the shape of the region is made. For example, if you make the blueprint of an object for even the coffee mug, you can create the mug with from different types of material, ceramic and glass. Regardless of the material, the blueprint is the same. Your bowling operations are built to build complex shape from simpler shapes. We can call the result a shape combination. When you use the define logic. When you use to define logical or hierarchical structure within the database, the referred to as the group and or assembly combination. To your bowling operations. The three bowling operations employed over the MGD are program as union, subtraction, and intersection. The bowling operations combine the shape of the produced more complex shapes. Union merge the two shapes. Subtraction remove the volume of one shape from the another. Intersection usually only part of the two shapes that overlap. The union operator is U joins the joint shape at the point of at least one that will be part of the result of the union will powerful for frequently used operator. Union of two spheres. And subtraction. Primitive shape of the second overlapping shape of the subtracted from and the result of the second shape of the disappear with the give the any common volume of the head of the first shape of the minus sign operates with the significant subtraction difference of the operation, especially useful hollowing a body, removing oddly shaped pieces of the primitive shape of the arrow counting edge of the intersection wall that plays with the piping any other object connected shape. The following example of the dotted red line indicates that the sphere is being subtracted inside of the sphere of the right and overlapping portion is partially out of view in the retraced image. Or subtraction one sphere with another sphere. With the intersection bowling, the intersection operation signify a plus sign of the operator combined with the two primitive shape of each with the saving only with the common volume of the non-overlap of the areas will be present easy with the understanding of the intersection with the think of the shape of the rod, but the intersection is in play with the two rods overlap. Although many of the people define the intersection operation, however, the unit of the subtraction union likes complex shape that can be expressed with the intersection operative. With example, they can modify the magnifying intersection of the two spheres. Intersection operation of the rarely usually left as shown in the following figure have at least two shapes overlap. The intersection of the two shapes have no common points, and no overlay is, and so it can include the notes of the shape at all. Alright, your intersection two sphere. There is one important restriction that you can bowling and subtract for the intersection operator with the first shape with the second shape with the subtract for the intersection with only have the one shape of the region combination of the operator with the be ignored, but the union operator will be used. Alright, making the region for the bowling operation being in the operation database shape the MG with creating lesson 3 command 1 no prompt drawing sphere number 2 with the right cylinder electrical drawing number 2 enter shape number 2. Let's see if the shapes we'll be using with great to own create our region with as you see earlier two shapes with looking similar like familiar two primitive shape within the lesson you will create the different shape with the demonstrate with the function of the bowling operation command window with the type of the following. Region part 1 region union right cylindrical shape and the dash is cylindrical sphere number 2 entered. The R stand for the make of the region part called for the part listing part 1 well for part 1 listing U for merge and shape of the cylinder. Note, the first member that always with the lowercase u with the operator with the second with the subsequent the number with the u with the positive negative or union as needed. The process determines the operator u in what order they discover the more advanced tutorial. In the previous section, we applied with the material property to object with the command line. Now we again are going to graphic interface to do the same thing. From the edit menu with the combination enter that you will pop up the dialog button. Click on the button, right name of the entry box, then click with the select from all. Drop down button will appear with the regions you have created. Select part list number 1. There's part 1 region. This region, the results should look like the following. Alright, so you have the name, part 1 region, identification, air code, color, material identification, shader, bowling, algebra. Click the button on the next color. Select red for the pull down menu. Now click the open OK button bottom on the left of the dialog button. This will apply with the change of the close of the panel. At the moment, you have now permanent shift the display at the name of the region. Before, but you can retrace that you must remove the permanent shape of the display with the draw of the region. Otherwise, you're not able to regain region with the color property we apply with the can do so by typing. Alright, B, your part, the part B, your part 1 region. Now you're ready to ray trace the object. From the file menu, we bring up the ray trace for the control panel with the ray trace button with the image that you should look at it similar with the left hand the image file. Now that you have to take several minutes to hold the ray trace with the window depending on the speed of the practical systems. So they have ray trace part 1 region, ray trace part 2 region, and you see the elliptical byte has been taken out of the top of the cylinder. Notice that we can take the blue region and intersect with the operator instead of the subtraction. Once again, you have creating the region 2, region part 2, region union shape 2 and sphere shape 2. Comparison of the UI approach with the part 1 region lets us command line with the part material part 2 region plastic. Red. Enter. Finally, blast the new region with the display is filed with the part 2 region enter for the now retrieve the object contributed some look some of the preceding right hand image. Note, remember the code of the graphics of the window that are all the new region, the combination of the before trace for the ray trace for the model of the ray trace, ignore over the region combination for the that is not drawn for the graphic windows. Cover the wireframe of your clue, but it does not reflect with the colors as you would assign with everything is done with the red, even when it is assigned with the other colors. You have the clear with the screen with the primitive shape, drawn with the new region combination sent for the time you made it. When you use the intersection operator, in order to which you specify the sharp, it does not matter whether you have gotten the same result that is specified with the bowling operation. Region part 2. Region union sphere 2 and right cylinder 2 when using the subtraction operator over the 2 shape is very important. Lets you make a region order to shape the reverse that you use for the part 1 region. Region part 3 region union sphere 2 minus regions cylindrical sphere 2. This time we won't bother to set the color. We know when no color is set for the object, the ray tracer will use the color white. However, these objects may appear with the gray because of the amount of the light in the scene. The bulb after the design is displaying ray trace. Now let's ray trace all the 3 objects with the conjunctive together. Draw 3 regions at once. We could type. All right, part 1B, B, part 1 region, part 2 region, part 3 region. Doing this once and no problem. However, these parts made some of the complex objects will come to look like the drawing of the other more convenience of the maybe the drawing collection of the object. However, they will create an assembly combination to gather all of them all together, create one dome C for the other 3 regions. They accomplish for the following point: combination dome C union. Part 1 region, union, part 2 region, union, part 3 region. Notice the similar between the command and the R command you create with the region. Remember, from the discussion beginning with those left in the difference between the region and combination, the combination are necessarily composed of only one kind of material. Some of the object with the different command materials can make up the assembly combination, such as one that has just been created. Because of the creating assembly combination, very common task, there is a shortcut command or G for the group command to help make the task easier. Over the dome C, the command will locate over the G for the demand Group Command Dome C Part 1 Region, Part 2 Region, Part 3. Note that you do not have the type of the Union Bowling operates G Command or Union allow all unions all Group Command unions all of its arguments. All necessary to draw the three objects of the most similar command of the B Dome Command. Now I can retrace the collection set and get the following image. Retrace the Dome C. Alright, 5. Your operator procedure. For the shape of the way have the fairly simple in each of the case of the single primitive, the shape of the union, subtraction, and intersection operation performed on the single primitive shape that you should now, but possible that you the more complex bowling equation for the creator of the shape of the objects may even want to make the sum object for the keep it in mind with the proceeding of the bowling object operation of the bowling notation using of the subtraction intersection operator with a higher presence than the union operator. For example, the combination of the demo cone of the union shape 1 minus union shape 2, union shape 3 minus union shape 4, shape plus shape 5, result in the shape following of a bowling expression shape 1 minus shape 2, union shape 3 and 4, and plus 5. In this lesson, you learned about the combination of the regions, learned about bowling operation made regions, bowling operations. Lesson 6, creating a gulbit.